Welcome to the Good News, and Joe, I believe this is our first show of the year.
Absolutely, and I'm Joe Smith, and I'm glad to be here, and this might be our 15th year maybe that we've been doing this. So we're glad to have a new crew working with us this year, and Miss Smith, our teacher here, said this is a great crew, so we're going to have a good year.
Very good. We're real excited.
You know, we've got a neat show today. Somewhat's going to be really informative. You know, as everyone knows, we passed a millage this past year and are getting ready to enter into a very exciting time in the school district. And if there ever was a wonderful time for us to turn our school district into the best anywhere,
that's exactly right.
It's right now. So I'm hoping that this whole year we can spend a lot of our show giving everybody up to date things that are happening, things are changing. And I'm going to visit today with Brad Keel, who is one of the lead architects on this whole project. And we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on. We're going to talk a little bit about the construction site and maybe some changes at the high school. And hopefully we can do that throughout the fall.
Brad's done a great job throughout this process, and I've really enjoyed working with everyone at the DLR group. They're very professional, and I know you've had an experience and opportunity to work with them, and you feel the same way.
Yeah, they're good and they're professional, and a lot of their experience is in education.
Right.
Just like when we built the ball stadium, our architects had a lot of experience in building ball fields. So
that's right.
They can certainly bring a lot to the table. Yeah. And you'll see when you visit with Brad just how smart he is, and you'll see some of the artist renderings that they've got. So we're going to share that with you today, then hopefully all season. And
I get to do the fun interview
with
Jason Culpepper. And you know, if I'm not passionate about, as passionate about one thing, the school district, it's the North Rock Chamber. I'm very passionate about the Chamber. And certainly our Chamber does so much for our community, and Terry Hartwig does a great job, and especially in supporting education. And Jason is going to be talking about Family Fun Fest and Taste of the Town, which are two annual events that happen every year in the fall, and I really enjoy both of those, and I really enjoy the Taste of the Town because you get to eat.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of good food.
So. Yeah, restaurants from all over the city showing what they do best. So we'll encourage everybody to participate in both those functions.
Very much so.
Well, good. Well, we'll be right back with our guest.
Hey guys, look, it's Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, her hair's on fire. Better call 911 to lose her. Oh, there she goes again. Better watch out for the big bad wolf.
North Little Rock High School offers a world-class education. World-class with an international baccalaureate program, one of only 5 in Arkansas. A program that gives college-bound students an edge. North Little Rock High with a medical professions program that sets students on a path to medical careers. North Little Rock High with a state-of-the-art television production center teaching our students real-world skills. And North Little Rock High with fine arts education that stretches the creative limits of our young students. 2 campuses with one great...
Welcome back to the Good News. Today we're pleased to have Jason Culpepper. Jason, thanks for being with us today on the show.
My pleasure.
Jason and I have worked together on several projects and committees at the North Rock Chamber. And this particular event we're talking about happens every year. And it seems like every time I turn around at the Chamber, you're involved in something new or a different project. So I know you probably feel the same way.
I do.
But that's a good thing. So today, you're here to talk about 2 things: Taste of the Town, which is an annual event, and also Family Fun Fest.
That's right.
So thanks for coming on the show.
Well, glad to be here, and always look forward to helping out with the Chamber. As she mentioned, the first event this year is our Taste of the Town event, and that's on Thursday, September 27th. It's at Dickey Stevens Park. and it's from 5 to 7. It's one of my favorite events of the year. They've got, I believe, over 30 different restaurants. and caterers there, and so lots of great food, of course, everything you can drink. And I think in the last couple of years we've had more than 1,000 people at that event. It's just a
great showing.
Real great showing.
Especially for the price.
Exactly. And mentioning the price, it is $20 at the door and $15 in advance. So a little bit of savings there for folks that want to contact the chamber for their tickets. But in my opinion, $15 for a ticket, very well worth it. So, but that's Thursday night, and then that kind of piggybacks with our Family Fun Fest event, which is Saturday. And that's really more of a different dynamic. On Saturday you've got the full family going out, whereas most of the time on Thursday night that's just kind of the after-hours business crowd. But on Saturday it starts at 9 and goes until 3, and we've got a little bit of something for everyone. We've got events for the small kids, we've got events for teenagers, and then we've got stuff even for the adults as well. So.
Good. Tell us a little bit about what's going to be going on Saturday. Now, this will also be at Dickey Stevens, right?
Yes, it's at Dickey Stevens, like I said, 9 to 3. And before I forget, we've got tickets are $5. They're free for everyone 12 and under. But tickets are available at all of the local Arkansas Federal Credit Union locations. So just wanted to make sure I didn't forget that. But I don't have anything in front of me that talks about the actual, I don't know who's first and who's towards the end of the day, but I know that we've got the Museum of Discovery coming out. That's always awesome, the kids love that. The Little Rock Zoo is going to be there. They have their creature feature, where they've got all kinds of different birds and snakes and turtles and, you name it. That keeps my kids busy anyway. And then we've also got Radio Disney comes out and does their dance routine, which is pretty popular with the kids as well. So they'll be on the entertainment stage throughout the course of the day. And then we've got all kinds of other activities, rock climbing wall, football toss. Best Buy comes out every year and they set up, their Xbox systems. And so we've got video game competitions going on. Face painting, building kits, fire safety house, spin art, chalk art. I could go on and on here, but like I said, just a little bit of everything to try to appeal to everyone. So
I know there are companies that actually rent booths and they rent space to promote their products, but there's also some educational and safety and like photo IDs and that type of thing for parents.
There are, knowing that there's going to be so many families out there, they target those types of things just to kind of teach the kids. A lot of kids aren't really familiar yet with some of the safety things that we might take for granted. So there's a lot of that sort of thing out there. There will be, as you mentioned, over 100 vendor booths, and that's going to be local businesses. And it's really kind of taken on the last couple of years more of an arts and crafts type flair to it. So I presume it'll be that same way this year. Lots of folks selling neat little things, that you're not going to find anywhere else. So.
Well, I know there's an awful lot of work that goes into this in any type of event, and I know you and Jeff Smith are co-chairing this event, and you got the privilege of coming to be on the show today. But I know you and Jeff and actually many people on your committee have put a lot of work into this event, as do the committees each year for this event. And all that is worthwhile, and it goes to a worthwhile cause. And I wanted you just to speak a little bit to the community about why the Chamber does this event and other events like this, and what their focus is and what the mission is.
Sure, absolutely, and let's not hide the fact that this is a big fundraiser for the Chamber every year, and the proceeds go towards all of their various educational programs. You've got the Arkansas Scholars Program, Leadership Renaissance, and then the Vital Link program, and truthfully there's probably some more that I'm not thinking about just off the top of my head, but the Chamber is so active in their efforts to fund scholarships, for the North Little Rock community, and so this, by far and away, is our largest event every year to, fund those programs. So It's a fun event, and we, of course, love doing it, but, you know, at the end of the day, it's about the kids and, you know, what this money is going towards. So.
And this is just one more example of how our community comes together, not just in passing a millage election, which, yay, thank you again, but to better our community, and it really is economic development for our students and our whole community. And the North Little Rock Chamber really sees that, and they are such a visionary chamber, and to know that we need to make that investment. And I know you have completely bought into that and believe that. So this is just one more way that our chamber supports education and economic development in our community. So we appreciate all the work that you've done. I'm real excited about being at both of these events. So, and I know your kids are excited about it too.
They look forward to it very much. So
thank you for all your work
on
this event in the chamber in support of our community and our school district.
It's my pleasure.
And thank you, and we'll be right back.
Smoking weed hurts more than just you.
North Little Rock High School offers a world-class education. World-class with an international baccalaureate program, one of only 5 in Arkansas. A program that gives college-bound students an edge. North Little Rock High with a medical professions program that sets students on a path to medical careers. North Little Rock High with a state-of-the-art television production center teaching our students real-world skills. And North Little Rock High with fine arts education that stretches the creative limits of our young students. 2 campuses with 1 great program.
This new phone is awesome. It has made my life so much easier. You know, I get kind of bored when I'm driving and I need to know what's going on. So now, with this huge screen, a keyboard, and a ton of apps, I can get a text and write back right away, no problem. It's like I barely even have to look at it.
Welcome back to the Good News. I'm with Brad Keel. Brad, thanks so much for being with us today. Brad's the senior associate with DLR Group out of Kansas City, Overland, Kansas, Overland Park. And your firm has been selected by the school district to oversee the construction of our new system.
That's correct.
You know, if there ever was a perfect opportunity for a school district to take a giant step in education right now is that opportunity, and I know y'all got a big challenge in front of you.
We absolutely do. This is a great opportunity for the district to relook at their whole educational curriculum and then incorporate spaces that help support their teachers and their students and their careers.
Right. I think one of our goals today is, I've been involved in the last 20 years working for City Hall in a lot of construction, and this is by far the largest I've ever been around, and I'm excited about the challenge that we're getting ready to undertake here locally. But I think what you want to do today, and I'd like for you to do, is things are moving and things are happening since the election.
Absolutely correct. The district and their administrative staff have been working long and hard ever since February 15th, the day after the millage passed. We sat down and had meetings with them. We established a structure to move decision-making processes through their district. And with that structure, we've been designing their prototype elementary school, as well as looking at the vision for their high school and moving forward with those plans.
I think one thing that we're going to try to do today with our new technology is we're going to show you a few of the models that we've got that Brad's working on, and walk through that just a little bit, but also to inform everybody that all this information is on the school district's website that we'll have up on the screen so that you can go to it and look at it as far as which schools are going to be completely redone, which ones are going to be torn down, which ones are going to be completely abandoned.
That's correct.
And sold. So why don't we start with your elementary model?
Perfect. Right now, in order to take advantage of one of the funding arms, which is operational efficiencies, that allows the district to levy some of their debt service against the money that they save. But in order to do that, they have to, if you want to call it, right-size their elementary schools. With that, there's 4 elementary schools that come in phase 1. These 4 elementary schools are Amboy, Boone Park, Meadow Park, and Lakewood. And these schools will be rebuilt for a capacity of 473 students. With those facilities, we want to facilitate the student experience. We want students to have multi-use discovery spaces. They want to be technology rich in the systems that are employed to deliver the educational program and give those students flexibility to learn in their new facilities. We want them to be student-centered, so what that means is there's a variety of spaces that help the staff deliver that curriculum through outdoor learning areas, through these interrelated courtyards that blend the interior with the outside and vice versa, and as well as individual learning spaces. We have a photo on here of a student sitting inside of a cubby in a classroom. That student wants to learn something on his own. There's spaces for them to go and do those things.
Well, I think some of the, one thing that I'd really like to show is that surround.
The model?
Yeah, the model.
Absolutely.
We're trying to put all this technological stuff together, so Hannah is trying to work with us at the same time back behind the scenes, so bear with us as we try to key up and show you this model so that you can see the outside learning opportunities as well as the inside. Okay. Tell us as we go around the school what we're looking at.
This front view shows a canopy structure as well as the main entry, and then the main level of the kindergarten and first grade classrooms. It's important that those students are able to walk out into this courtyard, which features the media center that we see here in front of us. This is what we call the discovery courtyard. This is where teachers can bring students out here in a collaborative environment and create lesson plans and things built around nature and gardens and things of that sort. This wing here is the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades, with 4th and 5th being on the top floor and employing much the same design aesthetics as you see going around the building. This end down here starts to bring us around on the community courtyard. This features a lot of the public areas within the school. The gymnasium here on our right, which directly flows into the commons area. They can open both these spaces up for large after-school meetings. So this facility becomes much more than just an educational school. It becomes a community building and service center where adults and families can come after hours and attend events. These events can spill out into the courtyard. It's also accented by the art room, so students that are taking art can bring activities outside and take nature back into the school as well. This wing down here features the pre-K classrooms, where the campuses that incorporate a pre-K program, these classrooms would be built on the end with an outdoor play area adjacent to it.
Yeah, I mean, what a lot of great ideas. I know that y'all have been designated as the #1 K through 12 design architectural firm in the country. I know you're proud of that.
We are very proud of that. We enjoy working with these school districts and helping them vision what the 21st century learning environment can be as we go forward.
Yeah. Some of the time frames I think you were telling me earlier was that there's a good chance that you're going to have some of this design work done by May.
Correct.
Next year.
Our goal to stay with the state partnership program is to have the designs of the phase 1 buildings, which are these 4 elementary campuses and the beginning of the high school campus, complete in around January, February, so that our contractor, Baldwin & Shell, our construction manager, can bid the site work, and we can get some of the grading and non-vertical elements started before May. And then once the state announces its partnership program on May 1, we can then move into vertical construction. And that's where the community will see a lot of the activity starting.
Yeah, and we're all excited about that. We're looking at a slide right now about bringing outside in. So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. One of the things that we heard from our teams and our committees that we've been working with, as well as businesses that participate in our charrette sessions, is that we wanted these areas, these courtyards, to be soft, and we want them to be integrated in with the building. And so what we've done is we've taken what the model showed as a lot of hard surface area, and we've softened it up by bringing landscape and berms into it, as well as different grade elevations, so that we can create seating areas amongst, natural seating areas amongst all the different changes in landscape elements and design that we incorporate.
It looks almost like a college campus as much as it does anything else to me, just from glancing at it. I'm thinking about the University of Arkansas Library in Fayetteville. It's got some similar qualities there. Let's show everybody some of the scale and schematics that you've got on the high school.
You bet. We'll move right into that. A lot of things when we were talking with the visionary committees is it was important that the earlier grade levels, as they come up through North Little Rock School District system, that they begin to experience some of the educational programs and things very early on, so that they get a glimpse of the high school life before they even get there. And I think that's what you're seeing at the elementary level. And when you get to the high school level, it's built around small learning communities. We were fortunate to win the McConnell Award with the Marysville-Getchell High School that was recently completed. And this is focused around small learning communities. We use that as a virtual tour for the visionary teams. And we took a lot of their key principles and guiding principles to help format the program for North Little Rock's high school. One of the things that we wanted to do with that is we wanted to respect the historic nature of Old Main. And so our building begins to wrap around the north side of it, so it's wrapping around what we consider the bad side of the building, keeping the south side, the very prominent front entry system, visible at all times. And then using the current grades as the site steps down going to the north to set the stadium in a bowl, much like a college campus does, and then wrap the building around it and put these small learning communities stepping down the grade level as well, so that they too take advantage of the site terrain. And one of the visuals that we have here is the stadium ends up being at about the same grade as the existing track, if you will. And then the parking area on the west side can enter in through the small learning communities, and you end up entering the grandstand at mid-level, which allows you to go up and down. It also creates a harmony between the educational environment and the sports environment, so you get this play on words, work hard and play hard. So our designers are very fond of that little saying, and that's kind of what we're emulating here with our vision.
Right, and it looks great. It's the southeast and the southwest aerial to help our director out just a little bit. Again, you're going to do, you're separating learning areas, right?
Correct.
And like the ninth grade will be in part of the campus. And
one of the things that we've heard loud and clear from the public is that there's some sensitivity to including ninth grade students along with the older age and grade levels. So one of the things that we're doing with the small learning communities is using the ninth grade small learning house as a incubator or a overall sampling of the programs that students can choose as they go through their high school career. So when they hit 10th grade and 11th grade, they can start to form their own educational pathway through the high school system for their high school graduating credits. And that's what we're working with the curriculum director to outline.
yeah, well, I mean, everything that I've seen so far has definitely been so professionally done and well thought out. I would love to spend another hour with you. but I'm afraid we'd lose some of our viewers. So
Right.
I encourage you to, you know, to go on the website. It'll tell you and show you a lot of good things. And also over the next school year, I'm sure that your group and school district and Shara with our communications director, you know, will be out trying to share all this information with everybody. And it's just, you've done a great job so far, and just keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you for your partnerships with the school district, and the school district's very excited to be out there in the community and taking this new step forward.
Well, it's, as I said the other day, it's great new buildings isn't everything. It's also what goes on inside. So we certainly want to support the programs and the teachers in our school district, and this could be the best school district anywhere.
From what DLR Group's been able to tell through our research, there's not another district with 8,000 to 9,000 students that have ever taken on a task such as this, and we're looking forward to documenting it so that we can track those student test scores and teacher performances going forward.
Absolutely. Our citizens made a comment, and they said we want good education, and
absolutely,
we're certainly going to do everything we can do to make it the best. So thanks, Brad, for being on the show. And
thank you.
Sharon and I'll be right back.
I feel like I don't even know you anymore. You break curfew. You don't answer your phone. And look what you did to your mother's car. What were you thinking? This isn't you. How much is that gonna cost? Look at this.
Yo, you left this at the party last night.
North Little Rock High School offers a world-class education. World-class with an international baccalaureate program, one of only 5 in Arkansas. A program that gives college-bound students an edge. North Little Rock High with a medical professions program that sets students on a path to medical careers. North Little Rock High with a state-of-the-art television production center teaching our students real-world skills. And North Little Rock High with fine arts education that stretches the creative limits of our young students. 2 campuses with 1 great program.
Well, Shara, I guess we're going to put another show in the can, as they say.
There you go.
Our guests today were just as sharp as we anticipated them being, and hopefully we gave everybody a lot of information that they didn't already have.
Definitely we did, and I hope everyone will come out to Taste of the Town and Family Fun Fest at the end of September. 2 very exciting events, and I hope everyone will stay tuned. If they have any questions about what's going on in the capital improvement plan, they can certainly call my office, call Mr. Kirschpool. They can email me, and if I don't know the answers, which I will not know all the answers, but I will certainly try to find the answers for them.
And if you'll stay tuned to our show every month,
Yes.
we'll try to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on, and maybe you know, schedule changes and things like that. So we were glad to kick off the season.
Very
Great
good.
show, and we'll see you guys next month.